Join Harry Potter on a magical journey from a mysterious midnight drop-off to discovering a world of wizardry, facing trolls, and defying dark forces at Hogwarts. Welcome to the Recap Storyteller. Please watch, enjoy, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Today I am going to recap the movie Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone from 2001. The story opens in the middle of the night, with Professor Albus Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall, along with groundskeeper Hagrid, dropping off an infant child named Harry Potter and with a letter in front of a house. 10 years later, Harry, now a 10-year-old, is living with the abusive family of his Aunt Petunia, her husband Vernon, and their son Dudley. On his cousin's birthday, Harry visits a zoo with his family, where surprisingly he talks with a snake and helps it escape from the cage. Harry is shocked by his newfound talent, but he doesn't share the incident with anyone. A few days later, just before his 11th birthday, for the first time ever, Harry receives a letter addressed to him, but he doesn't get a chance to open it as Vernon refuses to let him read the letter. A few days later, several owls start to swarm their house with letters, but they will refuse to give them to Harry. On Sunday, Vernon is relieved that there will be no letter today, but to their surprise, hundreds of letters start to stream into their house through the fireplace and through the door as well. Determined to not let Harry read these letters, his uncle moves them to a secluded island. On his 11th birthday, Harry is celebrating alone by tracing a cake on the ground when someone starts to knock on the door violently. Petunia and Vernon take out their guns for safety just as the door breaks down and Hagrid enters the house. Hagrid approaches Harry with his birthday cake and introduces himself as the groundskeeper of Hogwarts. Ignoring his family, Hagrid sits with Harry and tells him that his parents were killed by a dark wizard, which surprises Harry as his aunt had told him that his parents died in an accident. Hagrid also tells him that he is also a wizard and gives him an acceptance letter from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Vernon tries to meddle, saying that they will not let Harry go to that school, but Hagrid threatens them, saying muggles like them can't stop Harry from joining Hogwarts. The next day, Harry goes to a pub called Leaky Cauldron with Hagrid and finds that he is very famous in the world of wizardry. There he meets with Professor Quirrell, who will be his teacher in the future at Hogwarts. After that, they go to Diagon Alley through a secret passage to buy Wonderland equipment for Harry. The first place they visit is Gringotts Bank, where Harry finds that his parents have left him a huge sum of money. They go wand shopping after that, and Harry buys a wand that is connected to the wizard who gave him the scar on his forehead. There Hagrid also gifts him a pet own call Hedwig. After their shopping, Harry asks Hagrid about his parents, and finds that they were killed by a dark wizard named Voldemort, but in this world, no one is allowed to take his name. Hagrid tells him that no one except Harry escaped alive from Voldemort. He says that even though wizards say Voldemort is dead, Hagrid thinks he will come back one day. Hagrid then leaves him at a train station with a ticket that he can use to travel to Hogwarts using the Hogwarts Express. Harry is confused when he sees station number 9.45, but he finds another wizard family and, with their help, manages to cross the secret passageway to go to the correct station. Harry successfully boards the Hogwarts Express and sits in an empty compartment. A few moments later, the youngest child of the family that helped him at the station joins Harry in there. He introduces himself as Ron Weasley, and soon they both start to chatter among themselves happily. Harry shows Ron his scar, and also shares the sweets with him that he just bought on the train. Ron tries to show Harry the magic he learned from his older twin brothers to change the color of his pet rat scabbers. Before he chants the spell, another student, Hermione, comes there searching for a student named Navel's Frog. She joins them in the compartment, and after Ron's spell fails, Hermione casts a spell, fixing Harry's broken glasses in an instant. They reach Hogwarts later at night, where Hagrid welcomes them and then takes all the first-year students to Hogwarts Castle using boats. Inside the school, they meet Professor McGonagall on the stairs, who informs them that they will be selected in 4 different houses, and students from one house participate in all the activities together. She tells them that their house will gain points if they do something good, and their points will be deducted for mistakes. There, a student named Draco Malfoy approaches Harry to make friends with him, but Harry refuses after Draco makes fun of Ron for being poor. After that, they're all taken to an enormous hall where a sorting hat will select them into different houses. Harry, Ron, and Hermione are all selected into Gryffindor, while Draco is selected into Slytherin House. Seeing Draco being selected into Slytherin, Ron tells Harry that all the evil wizards come from this house. Professor Dumbledore comes to the stage after that and tells students not to wander at night, visit the Forbidden Forest, or go to a specific corridor on the 3rd floor. Harry notices Professor Snape staring at him from the side, and his scar starts to hurt from looking at the professor. Students are given a tour of Hogwarts after that, and they are amazed to find moving paintings and ghosts living in Hogwarts. Harry finds that they have to give a password to a painting before entering their common room. After eating a lavish dinner at his house, Harry retreats back to his dorm. The next day, Harry attends McGonagall class with Ron, and together they go to the next class of Professor Snape. Professor Snape keeps asking Harry difficult questions deliberately, which he fails to answer. Even though Hermione knows the answer to every question, Professor Snape still cuts points in their house. During their break, Harry finds through the newspaper that there has been robbery at the bank he visited yesterday with Hagrid, and they had picked up a small grabby bag. The next class they have to attend is a flying lesson, and their Professor Hooch soon leaves them alone after a student named Navel gets injured from accidentally flying. After their professor leaves, Harry gets into an argument with Draco, who throws Navel's memory in the air. Harry flies and easily catches the Remembrall, not knowing that McGonagall had spotted him doing so. Professor McGonagall takes Harry to meet another student, Oliver, and tells him that Harry will be a new Seeker on Gryffindor's Quidditch team. Harry finds that Oliver is captain of the team, and Ron's twin brother are also in the team. The news about Harry being selected for the team quickly spread around the school, but Harry is worried about how he will play on the team. Hermione overhears Harry and takes them to the trophy room, where she shows him that his father James were also in Quidditch team. While coming back, they accidentally go into the forbidden wing of the 3rd floor, where they come face to face with a 3-headed dog. They barely manage to escape from there and run back to their dorm. Later, Oliver teaches Harry all the rules of the game and tells him that his task is to catch the golden snitch. Next, they attend Charms class, where Hermione successfully manages to cast the spell Wingardium Leviosa. Ron is not happy with her success, and later when he's walking with Harry, he insults Hermione, seeing that she's just trying to show off. And this is the reason she doesn't have any friends. Hermione overhears him, and heartbroken, runs to hide in the girls' bathroom. That night at the celebratory dinner for Halloween, Harry and Ron find that Hermione is still hiding in the bathroom. Just then, Professor Quirrell comes running there and faints after announcing that a mountain troll has appeared in the basement. All students are sent to the common room, but Harry and Ron sneakily run toward the bathroom to save Hermione. When they reach there, the troll is about to attack Hermione, but they quickly take action, hitting the troll on the head with a strong wood piece. Soon all the professors come there, but Hermione saves Harry and Ron from punishment by saying that it was her mistake. After this incident, the three of them became great friends. The next morning at breakfast, he shares his doubts about Snape with Hermione, saying that he must have visited and gotten bitten by the 3-headed dog, and that must be the reason he is limping. He thinks that Snape is after the grabby bag Hagrid retrieved from the bank. Just then, an owl comes there, giving Harry his new broomstick, which is a gift from McGonagall. At his first Quidditch match, Harry's broomstick got out of control and Hermione spots Snape chanting some spells. She lit Snape's cloak of fire, distracting him from casting the spell. Harry continues his game after that, and their team wins the match at the end. After the match, the three of them meet Hagrid and tell him about Snape trying to cast a spell on Harry and visiting the 3-headed dog called Fluffy. Hagrid is shocked to find that they know about Fluffy and says that whoever the dog is guarding is Dumbledore and Nicholas Flamel's private matter. During the Christmas break, Hermione leaves to visit her family and advises them to keep searching for Nicholas, especially in the restricted area of the library. The next day, Harry receives his father's invisibility cloak as a Christmas gift and uses it to explore the restricted section of the library. He couldn't find anything about Nicholas and had to quickly escape after almost getting caught by the librarian. While coming back, he spots Snape threatening Quirrell and quickly ducks into a room beside him. There, he finds the Mirror of Eris and sees his parents in it. He quickly brings Ron there, but to his surprise, instead of seeing his parents, Ron sees himself as the head boy and captain of the Quidditch team. After that day, Harry visits that room daily and is found by Dumbledore, who tells him that this mirror shows the deepest, darkest desire of a person, and since people are going crazy due to this mirror, they will soon remove it. When Hermione comes back after Christmas break and finally remembers the book in which she read the information about Nicholas, after reading the book, the trio finds that Nicholas has created a Philosopher's Stone, a magical object that can turn metal into gold, and also produced an immortality elixir. They figure that Fluffy must be guarding Philosopher's Stone, and they go to Hagrid to ask about it, but they instead get caught by McGonagall and have to face detention. After their exams, they again go to meet Hagrid, who accidentally reveals that music puts Fluffy to sleep. After finding the information, the Trip decides to find the stone before Snape can do it. They successfully put Fluffy to sleep, but have to face other barriers, including a deadly plant called Devil's Snare, a room filled with aggressive flying keys, and a giant chess game that knocks Ron out. After Ron gets injured, Harry asks Hermione to take him back while he continues his journey and meets Professor Quirrell, who is also after the stone. Professor Snape already knew about Quirrell's mission and was only trying to protect Harry. While talking with Harry, Quirrell removes the turban he has been wearing all this time and reveals a weakened Voldemort living on the back of his head. Voldemort tries to bargain the stone from Harry, offering to resurrect his parents, but Harry refuses to accept the offer. Quirrell tries to snatch the stone from Harry, but his hands start to burn because Dumbledore's protective enchantment has placed the stone in Harry's possession. Quirrell is blasted to ashes while Voldemort's soul rises from the pile and escapes after passing through Harry and knocking him out. Harry wakes up in the school infirmary, where Dumbledore tells him that the stone has been destroyed to prevent any type of misuse, and his friends are also saved. The professor also tells Harry that he defeated Quirrell because, when his mother Lily died to save him, a love-based protection against Voldemort was placed on him. At the end of the school year, Gryffindor ties with Slytherin for first place after getting extra points for their heroism. Dumbledore then awards an extra 10 points to their housemate Neville for standing against the trio bravely, granting Gryffindor the House Cup. Harry returns to his aunt's house for the summer, happy to finally find a real home at Hogwarts.